Right, I'm here with Coach Vusi Jokazi here at CIT Boxing. It's coming up, it's growing a lot, and obviously you're getting a lot of compliments from all your boxers that come here. How are you doing firstly, Vusi?
Great to have me, Hayden. And first, I'd like to say thank you for what you're doing for boxing community. We really appreciate guys like you, and we can only pray for the health and more sponsors. I must say that you can do a lot of traveling, not only in Gauteng province, but we like to see you being in interviews in Limpopo, across the country. Yeah, that's my wish.
I think that's definitely going to happen in the future. Coach, let's talk about your career so far. I mean, you've paid your school fees in the game as well, coming up from the amateur side, and then earning your way here into the pro ranks and starting with a young team. Let's talk about your beginning of your journey and how you got into the pro training game.
Yeah, I love this sport so much. First, I like to give props to SD Paper. The boy is brilliant, and I don't know what he see in me that I don't see in myself, but I say I'm grateful to have such men on my side. I've always been part of a development structure accredited with Sanabo and the Transit Boxing Academy at the amateur ranks. So he always say to me, look, when I go pro, I want to go with you. I'm like, Barry, that time you talk business, it's not just the sport, but it's business. But I'm not questioning that. I don't want to leave. But for you to be great, you must also listen to advices. So I saw what he was talking about and understood it, and the way this evolution of this sport is going. So that's why I find myself as a pro coach now.
And of course, I mentioned you have a young stable. Obviously, there's a lot of guys that are coming through the ranks that you're going to be producing even this year and next year and coming forward. But there's two right now who are standouts. And one, let's start with the one at the top actually. Lucky Monyebane. He's got a big contest coming up against Khanyisa for the IBF Africa title. It's a big feather in your cap to get a belt like that if Lucky comes out with a win. How much pressure are you feeling going into this?
That's what I'm saying. That's why they say the biggest part in any aspect of our life is to be able to maintain. I feel fortunate and blessed that I started from the ranks like the amateur. As I said, just last year, 2 years ago, I was under Sanabo, South African Amateur Boxing, working with our upcoming opponent, Khanyisa. I love him so much. Very much respectful, down to earth, working hard. I know him. So it makes it easier, even for Lucky, because I respect Katlego so much. I know he's very, very skillful boxer. But what I love about this is a great challenge. Remember, I'm behind Genius Movement, which is Lucky's stage name. So it presents a great platform for Lucky to live up all these names. They can't just say, the moment they say genius, then people say what? In what ways? So this type of fight is gonna display, like he will be able to demonstrate style-wise. Like, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. What I always encourage him, what I like now in this camp, we are not thinking more about winning or losing, but I feel great because I can see he's enjoying what he's doing. And for that, that's the best thing that you can do in this sport.
Obviously, Lucky comes with a background, and you've worked with amateurs before, so you would have seen many different boxers coming through the ranks. Where does he compare to some of the other guys that you've worked with?
He's an ABU champion now. Even when before he joined CIT, he come from one of the best guys that I respect. I always look for advice. I change contact with them, Sebastian Rothman, and under that stable you got Jabulani Ashwell Mackenzie, you got Talent Baloyi. I'm humble, for him to also to choose me and believe in my ways of doing things in this sport. It's humbling. He's an ABU champion, as I say, but when he's in front of me, he's like living like what Bruce Lee said. He always empties his cup. I promise you, if you are a coach, I can send Lucky to you. He's not gonna give you that thing, hey, I'm working under CIT. I'm a ABU champion. He always empty his cup. We always have this conversation about, coach, why are you saying I must doing this? But in a very respectful manner. And you will see tomorrow and like, how was this? Something that you asked him 2 weeks ago. That's, for me, it's brilliant.
And lucky as well. I mean, I've known him for a while. He seems to be going through a mature phase in his career as well, just in terms of how he's boxing as well. He's not really abrasive. And I mentioned his undefeated streak, so obviously something had changed in him. The inside boxing that obviously developed on his side. Do you think going into a fight against Khanyisa, who's also a bit of a well-rounded boxer, yes, he moves a lot, do you think that Lucky has the skill sets, and does Katleko have the skill sets to match each other and make a good fight on the night? Or do you think it'll be a one-sided fight? What's your opinion on that?
If I go deeper into that, Khanyisa is a clever boy. He might catch something from this conversation, but I will say style-wise, we prepare based on what we know. Khanyisa is a clever boy. He can make adjustment. So we are working towards that. Then obviously we have a plan, and we believe into that plan. And we believe in that plan, and we believe we'll be victorious. Like each and every time when we sit down, analyzing everything, like for us, I don't want to be cocky or anything, because I respect that boy so much and I love him. So we believe in our plan, and we question it as well. Like if he passed this one, definitely we need to follow him and learn something from him. But it's difficult for him to pass this play. Very, very difficult.
Well, I look forward to it. I mean, a lot of people on the outside, and I think myself, without seeing the camps going into this one, because it's been such a build-up in terms of what the guys have been doing. Obviously, on paper, it looks like a chess match. We'll see on fight night how it goes, and if guys are different and what the evolution in their game is. We're talking about evolution in the games. We've seen David, one of your new young prospects as well, coming up. The power of social media. He spoke about a fight against Luke Hendricks. He's landed the fight against Luke Hendricks. What do you think about him and that fight coming up?
That boy is talented. That boy is talented. He must feel blessed that he has that man like him, Monyebane, the genius movement behind him. We're working, and we just want him to be focused. If David, we get, and that's why we're getting there. Like now, we are 60%, and if we get him that focus, I promise you, with that boy, we just need focus. And I don't want to sound disrespectful to Luke by saying that, but if focus David tune up on that night, Luke gonna have a long night, very long.
I feel like it's a piece of history, because I mean, Apex Gym is kind of with association with Fight Foot Militia, CIT, there's old history there. So when it comes into the boxing ring, it's a brand new sort of thing, Apex versus CIT boxing.
Yes.
Do you think it'll maintain that old school rivalry?
Yeah, and I like we have a very good relationship with Apex. Started the owner, Boyd, Hashim, the guy who's training Luke. Very guys that are very humble. Like we took some of our boxers previously, we still do for white collars event and stuff, just to get the experience and get the rust and all the stuff. We always shake hands, we speak and we communicate, man. I got Luke Hendricks as number, I can call him and say, what up, buddy? But now we need to focus.
Opponents now.
Yeah, it's two bulls now. We are fighting for the same thing. So now it's all about maintaining focus. I met him on the Kevin Arena when he make history.
Yes.
We shake hands. He say, hey, your boy wants me. I'm like, yeah, man. And I like it the way CIT and Apex we push things. It humbled me. Like I'm always worried, and I always tell to the guys, like, it's up to us. Like I always make this an example. I say, you got kid and say, mommy or daddy, I want to pause my studies and focus on boxing. It always sound crazy.
Yeah.
But the moment when you speak other sporting code like rugby, golf, and soccer, they always believe that we can allow you and you come back. And it's up to us to push and to say to the community, boxing is a sport again. After we win Cat, we're still gonna hug him, we're still gonna raise his hand, because Yeah, this is a sport at the end, and a sport consists of three dynamics, but we're always aiming for one. Even Cat is aiming for win, not preparing for draw or lose. So, yeah.
I think that's what makes it exciting. And quick shout out to Luke Hendricks as well for doing post-fight interviews with SA Boxing Talk. I think that's where you would have bumped into him in the dressing rooms there.
Yeah.
And also, a side note that I just was thinking about while you were talking there was, you've obviously done a lot of homework on Khanyisa. In the last fight, when you were with Monyebane in the corner as a second, you were looking at Cats and probably knowing that this is going to be the next assignment. What did you take out of that experience?
From watching Cats that time, there is my research through observation. It came all right on that night. Then I came back to Lucky. I even gave him a call. So if Cats, obviously, as I said, you'll make adjustment of show.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be stupid thinking he's gonna repeat certain things that he did against Monyebane, but I know certain things to change them. It's not gonna be a 1 year thing or 6 months or one camp thing. So they will catch up with him for sure. That one I'm sure of.
All right, so it's looking forward to that one on May 24 and then on June 21st for David against Luke.
Yeah.
What else is exciting about CIT boxing at the moment, just while we have you on camera? Is there anything else that you want to talk about with regards to the gym and what you guys are doing here in Hatfield?
It's more like we are in the center of this city, the capital city. Like you look at where I'm facing now, you look at the biggest township here in Mamelodi, you got a lot of young guys are coming here with the exposure of our champ. Most of the guys, I promise you, they come here like they just want to see triggers. Then when they get here, they're like, okay, this is a performance institute.
Yeah.
We got the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu here. We got the strength and conditioning. We got mixed martial arts. We got CIT. As I said, same with Apex. You got that. So the future is bright, and it's up to us how we carry ourselves among each other and realize at the end, even if we compete, it's still sport. That's why that's my focus now. I want to carry myself like that around the opposition side. Like even Apex, we are fighting Luke now. He's a opposition now, but we are family at the end, and I like how they run things. Boyd is very humble. Hashim, Luke himself, he's a cool guy. He's lovable. He's like the way they do things, and you come here, you got triggers. He give guys advice. Most of the guys, they will see triggers and kick and all those stuff, but he can come here one Saturday, just say, hey, Vusi, organize all the boys. I want to work with them. And it's a moral boost. Not first they were just getting excited of getting pictures, but they start to realize that why this man is a champ. He got SD paper, first professional debut overseas. Now it's a question. It's not something like you need to only chat with him on social media. He's here.
Yeah.
If you're from Mamelodi, you are curious about how is that something like that can happen. He's here. He's here, and he gave me that form. I must tell you, those guys gave me that platform to say whatever you want. Then Triggers himself, he's up there, but you tell me that Vusi, anything. Then I'm like, hey, these young ones, they want to meet with you. The champ will make a time and come here. And can you imagine the schedule?
Sure. Yeah.
SD as well. It's everywhere. Under Shannon, everywhere. But he will make time to come and chat with the boys and do the drills. Imagine you have never been in a boxing ring before, but you find yourself making drill with Triggers to Blissy. How amazing is that?
Yeah, it's an amazing site, and obviously it's nice that you got a brand here. Then I think that's and you the boxing trainer here,
yes,
the head trainer of the CIT boxing gym. And it's the latest establishment. Obviously, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has been around, the MMA has been around. So this is the new exciting project. I know when I say new, it's obviously been around for a few years, but it's the newest out of the CIT projects, and you heading it. So you must feel extremely happy about that.
Very, very much happy. Very, very much happy.
And Vusi, just lastly, from your side, obviously you got a busier schedule, I should say, coming forward. Do you have any thank yous, any shout outs for anybody?
Shout out to boxing community now. Start with you, Aiden. I really, really feel blessed. Like I want to see something like this, and the challenges that are there, I know, and I wish somebody out there sponsorship. I always listen to how we speak about sponsorship to athletes, but you also need sponsorship. You came here Saturday, you could have been with your family doing something else. I know boxing is what you love, is what you chose, but if sponsorship can also come to guys like you, it will be even easier because it's a greater exposure. Look at it, you came here, David, just a great platform like yours, well respected, we respect and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
He got the fight. So we're not gonna only talk, when we talk as a boxing community, we must be realistic and not be selfish, not always say coach and boxer. What you're also a part of that. You travel places. Where's that money coming from? So yeah, if anyone watching there now, Aiden also need a sponsor. Everyone is in the boxing community need a sponsor. Whatever the help that they can get, we really, really appreciate. And for everyone who's doing that for boxing community, say big up and God bless.